Hey friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to a brand new pickups video. I hope everyone's doing well today. I would definitely like to hear about stuff you guys have been picking up as well, so let me know what you guys have been grabbing and adding to your collections, and what kind of cool stuff you guys have been finding out in the wild. I have done some game hunting in the past several weeks, as it's just been nice to just get out and do something besides just working and being home. So I do have some cool stuff to share with you guys today. I got stuff from my local game stores. I do have some gifts to share that I received from GameStop, Amazon. Got stuff from Half Price Books and eBay. So we'll start off with some more rewards I got from the My Nintendo Rewards program. You guys have heard me talk about that for the last several years, about how I like earning the platinum coins and turning them in for physical rewards. So I found two more rewards to get, and I like to try to group them together so that I can pay for the shipping just one time, because you have to pay the $7 shipping. But it doesn't matter how many items you get, it's still only $7. So I like to build up my points and then get 2, 3, 4, 5 items at once, so I can save on having to pay for the shipping. And first thing I got was this Mario Tennis Fever, and it is a little wristband. So that was kind of neat. So that's the new Mario Tennis game that came out on Switch 2. Wish it would have came from Switch 1, but obviously they want you to get a Switch 2, and so they're starting to make more and more exclusives for that. The other thing I got was really cool, is I loved both of these games, and this actually sold out real quickly, so they released another batch of them, and that was the Super Mario Galaxy plus Super Mario Galaxy 2 pin set. So that's pretty cool. And so I got both of those for the platinum coins, and it's easy to earn the coins. All you have to do is go onto the Nintendo website, you sign up for the program, it's free. You can fill out surveys on there to earn coins. Sometimes you explore the website, they give you coins. You can play games like Super Mario Rush on your phone, and there's also like a Fire Emblem game you can play. You also earn points when you play with your Nintendo Switch 1 or 2, when you interact with it online and do things on there, complete different little challenges on there, you can earn coins. So it's pretty easy to earn coins, and then you can turn them in for digital rewards if you want, but I like to save them for those physical ones, so that was really cool to get. I got one thing from GameStop, and I just wanted to use my $5 off coupon before it expired, and I was in there looking for something to add to the collection, checking out the Switch, and I saw a game that I've actually wanted to get, but I wanted to wait for a price drop on it, and so I got it for under $20, and that was Cruisin' Blast, which I'm a huge fan of the cruising games. I love them ever since I played the Cruisin' USA in the arcade, and there's also the Cruisin' Exotica, so I enjoyed playing the various ones on the 64 and in the arcade, and I wanted to always check this one out because a lot of people recommended and said it's really fun, so I'm looking forward to getting it. It says, Cruisin' Blast is back. So, race, drift, and bash with 4 friends for the ultimate party race game. So that was cool. And of course it is complete as well. So looking forward to checking this out. But if you guys have played the Cruisin' Blast game, let me know what you guys thought of it. It looks really fun, as I love the old Cruisin' arcade games, and this looks just as good as those old ones. Now we'll move on to stuff from my local game stores. I hit up several different locations, and I did have $75 still left in gift cards left over from Christmas and my birthday, and so I used that to pay for some of this stuff. So first up, got some more Xbox 360 games added to the collection, and was trying to work on completing my NASCAR collection for the 360, but I've been wanting to, try to pay like $5 to $10 or maybe $15, maybe $20 at most. Sometimes y'all find some of the NASCAR titles on there want $30 or $40. I'm not paying that, but they had this one marked down to $10, and I did not have it. And that was NASCAR 14, and they put it in a nice replacement case for me because it was kind of beat up, and they were, they said no problem, let me just put it in a new case for you. So I got a brand new green case for it. Got the manual. Disc is flawless, so is the cover art, and so very happy to add that to the collection for $10. Next up, I found another Street Fighter game. I'm trying to get all the versions of Street Fighter 4 for the 360 because I love Street Fighter, one of my favorite fighting games. And of course, that started with Street Fighter 2 in the arcade. And this is Super Street Fighter 4, and I got that for $12. It's in really good condition, and it is complete. So that was awesome. And I love that they have been going through at my local stores, and they've been replacing a lot of beat up cases, and they've been taking the time and care to make their games look really good. And there are some game stores, unfortunately, I have a few buddies, they go to stores and they like them, but the people running them don't take the time to clean the stickers off. They don't take time to replace cases, and they kind of just sell them in kind of shitty condition. So I really appreciate that my local game stores go the extra mile by replacing cases when they're beat up. And if you ask nicely, you know, they will also replace, if you find one that's broken on there, you can ask them, because they have boxes down in the area where they process the sales, and they process people trade-ins and stuff. They have boxes of empty cases they use to swap out broken ones, and they will do it for you if you notice one that's kind of beat up. So I really appreciate that. And then the last one here, now this is one I wanted to get for the 360, and it was the only one I'm missing from this series, and it's Assassin's Creed game. This is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. All they had was a brand new copy, and it was priced at $15. So that was pretty cool to get, as I had never actually played through more than a few minutes of Assassin's Creed 4. I played it on a buddy's Xbox 360 years ago, but I always wanted to eventually get it for my own collection, and now I finally do have it in there to complete my Assassin's Creed. Now I have all the Assassin's Creed games that were released for the Xbox 360, so very happy with that. Another one here I got was $5, and I liked the first game in this series, and so I've had people tell me that if you like the first one, you enjoy the sequel, and this is Mirror's Edge Catalyst, and it was only $5 for the Xbox One. Really enjoyed the first one, so I'm looking forward to eventually playing through this one as well, and it's also in really good condition. Next up here is another Assassin's Creed title that I completely forgot about. They had a couple different versions of this available, but I picked this one because this one is the launch edition version, and that is Assassin's Creed Mirage, and it was only $15, which is great. And it comes in this cool little outer box, which I do love. The Xbox games that come in these cool boxes, really neat. Also has the game, and it came with this digital content for pre-ordering bonus. And what's really nice for me is I get so lucky that, like, 9 times out of 10 when I buy a used game and there's a code in it, for me personally, people don't really ever redeem the codes, and so I was able to redeem this bonus content for myself, as they didn't redeem the code. So really cool. I've heard good things about this. I've heard some bad things about it, that, you know, it's just a very linear story, and it's not like a super long game that you're going to put 100 hours into, but it's still worth, people have said it's still worth playing through the experience, so that was cool to get. And then it also, I wonder if it says what else was in here. There's the bonus quest, which I got for the digital content, and then it came with this cool little bonus art cards, so that's cool. And then it also came with a cool fold-out poster, so that was neat to get there. For $15, you know, I figured I might as well get this version of Assassin's Creed Mirage instead of the regular version that was priced at $14. It's like $1 more. You know, you get some little extras, a little DLC, and you also get this cool little bonus stuff. So I thought it was cool to get that, and now I pretty much believe I have almost all the Assassin's Creed games that have been released out there so far, so definitely would look forward to getting through this one eventually. Next up here, now this is a fairly hard and uncommon, I would even say rare, actually, to find this version of the game, because I picked up the regular version of this game years ago, and a buddy was like, hey man, I just want you to let you know, there is a enhanced edition version of this game, and it is really hard to find. It had a very small print run, which is kind of a theme when it comes to Xbox One, Series X games. You know, Xbox is all about pushing digital, and if you look at sales numbers, you know, it's like, I think less than 10% of people actually buy physical games these days, so they just keep producing fewer and fewer physical copies of games, and some of them are just extremely rare, very small print runs you rarely run into, and this is one of those examples of one that's pretty hard to find, and it was priced at only $22, and you can see the sticker on there is, the price sticker is really faded, because it's actually been sitting there, they said, for 2 years, and just nobody's wanted to buy it, and that is Mortal Shell Enhanced Edition, but this is the deluxe set, which includes postcards and an art book. Now, what's really neat is that this was a brand new copy. It came like this because the guy that works there told me, that it didn't come sealed or anything. It wasn't wrapped. This is how the manufacturer gave it to them. It was just like this box. It never wrapped it at all. And so it actually is brand new. It was priced at $70 2 years ago. It's just been sitting and sitting. They marked it down, and it just didn't sell. And the week that I bought it, they actually had just marked it down from 40 to 22, and then it finally sold when I got it. But what's cool is it's got the neat little art book, and it's really thick. You guys can see how thick it is, so that's kind of neat. The Mortal Shell art book, so it's got the art in there, which is cool. The book's obviously never been read since it's a brand new copy. And the game is brand new and sealed, and so those bonus postcards are actually with the game itself in here, so which is cool. So it's brand new and sealed. Now this is one of those Souls-like game, where it's really difficult with the combat and all that kind of stuff, but it looked really fun, so that's why I got the regular version. And then I wasn't even looking to add this game to my collection. It's just one of those, I just happened to see it there on the shelf with the, the side there, and I'm like, oh, hey, that's that Mortal Shell Enhanced Edition that my buddy told me about. I bet that's that one that's pretty rare to find. And so I was like, $22, saw it was brand new. I was like, yep, it's coming home with me. So very happy to add this to my collection. So it's definitely one of those things, like if you guys are a big physical collector of Xbox One and Series X like I am, and you happen to run into one of these games that you really wanted, and it's one of those low print runs, don't second guess yourself and say, oh, maybe I'll get it later, maybe it's not worth the money, because chances are it's going to be gone, and then you're not going to ever find it again for that cheap price, and you may have to go on eBay and spend a fortune to get some of these games. And I didn't even see a single copy of that on eBay when I was looking up just to see, if that $22 price point was decent. I mean, I was paying it anyways, but I wanted to check and see, hey, I wonder what this is going for, and I couldn't find a single copy on eBay at the time, so that lets you know that it's really a small print run for that. So I was really happy to get that. Then I also saw this, which a buddy had told me about because I wanted to get the regular version of this game, and he had mentioned, hey, try to find this collector's version of it, and that is R-Type Final 2, the inaugural flight edition. And this one was $40, but it is brand new and sealed. They had a used copy there for $35, but it was missing stuff, and so I figured, I'll pay $5 more and get it brand new. But it's part of the R-Type series, those little shooters, and it's got the official soundtrack, the artwork, and final softcover art book and collector box. So that's a little cool bonus stuff. And I always like the R-Type games, so really happy to get it. And this is another one of those. It's not like it's rare or anything, but it is kind of uncommon to get this little collector's version of it. So I was really happy to add that. And the last things I found there were some magazines and some more strategy guides. Now these I have not seen since I was a kid, and sadly ours got ruined when I was a kid and we threw them out. I didn't know if I would ever find them again for cheap, because Nintendo stuff's kind of expensive, but these were the old Nintendo Fun Club news, and they were only priced for $5 a piece. And this is volume 1 for February and March of 1988. Neat, man. I haven't seen these in a long time, so I am looking forward to going through and checking out. They're just real small things. They were right before Nintendo Power came out. And then this is also Nintendo Fun Club News Volume 2, number 7, June and July of 1988, which was also $5. So it was kind of neat. The guy and I were chatting about how we love Nintendo Power and stuff. This one even shows Nintendo Power on the back, so obviously this issue must have been out after Nintendo Power, but we were talking about how we just loved these gaming magazines as a kid, and it was just, this was your way to learn about games. There was no internet when I was a kid out there that you're going online like it is today. You can easily look anything up. If you wanted to know about games, you either saw a commercial for it, you saw an advertisement for it in a gaming magazine, or you saw an advertisement in a store. There was no internet that you could easily find stuff, and so this was our look into new video games and stuff. So this is really neat. I love adding those old game magazines to the collection. Then next up, really happy to find this is in really good condition. It was only priced at $6, and that was Extermination, which I own this for the PlayStation 2, but I never had the strategy guide. It's been on my list to find for a while, and I've just had no luck finding it, and saw one there for $6, had to jump on it. It's like brand new. I don't think the previous owner even used it, so that was neat. And then the final one we got there, this was 20 bucks, and I needed this for this game because I do want to play it, and I like having the strategy guides for this. That was The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, which you can also get for the Nintendo Switch. I have the original version on Wii. I would like to get the Switch version as well, so very happy to get that, as I do love the Legend of Zelda games, and I like having the strategy guides for them so I can find all the secrets and stuff, and have all the hints and tricks and tips and stuff with it, so very happy with that one. Alright, we'll move on to one game that I got from Amazon, and I got the Amazon Prime for a month for only $2. So I could have the shipping. Instead of having to pay $8 shipping, I paid $2 shipping, got Amazon Prime. So I was like, the hell with it, why not? We'll do that. But this was $60, and this was just released this year. I have shared this in a episode of my weekly gaming playlist series, and that is Marvel Cosmic Invasion, the Deluxe Edition for Xbox Series X. So this is exclusive to Xbox Series X. It is exclusive to PlayStation 5, and this is a really cool arcade beat 'em up set in the Marvel universe, and I really have enjoyed it. And what's cool is you can choose between 15 Marvel heroes, and you've got Spider-Man, you've got Venom, you've got Wolverine, She-Hulk, you've got Beta Ray, the Phoenix, Iron Man, there's Captain America. There's just so many cool superheroes to choose from, and it's in a side-scrolling beat-em-up. And I decided I wanted to get the Deluxe Edition because you get some extra goodies for an extra $20, and I feel they're worth it. So there's the outer box, which again, you guys know I love my outer box ones with these. Got the game, really awesome. And then it came with some cool stickers of the 15 heroes. It also came with a sweet poster. Came with a steel book, which I love steel books, so that's really awesome. Got some great artwork on there. And it came with a cool, I'm not sure where the box is that came in. There's a box that these art cards go into. So, but you got that one. There's the Black Panther, Beta Ray Bill, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Captain America, Venom, Wolverine, Storm, Silver Surfer, Spider-Man, She-Hulk, Rocket Raccoon, Phoenix, Iron Man, and then Nova. So all 15 of them. Now, I have seen some versions. I believe it's the Nintendo Switch version of this. Comes with really smaller art cards, but the other versions come with big ones. And I've actually heard a couple of people accidentally got two of the same card. Like one guy did an unboxing I saw, and he had 2 copies of Wolverine, and he was missing a Captain America. So be aware there are some glitches and stuff. But the guy said he reached out to whoever he bought it from, and they told him that they would send him a replacement card for it, so that was kind of cool. But I thought that was neat for $60. You got a lot of bonus stuff, and it's a really fun arcade beat 'em up. And what's cool is they actually just released DLC. The first DLC, I don't know how many I have planned, but you get 2 new heroes now. You get to play as Cyclops, and you get to play as the Thing. And I don't know what the price is. I think it's maybe like $5 or something. But I thought that was kind of cool that they're actually adding some DLC to it. So hopefully later on they'll add more DLC to it, maybe some more characters, and maybe add some more levels or some new game modes or something to it. But it's a really fun game. I think you guys should check out. Now we'll move on to stuff from Half Price Books. I got a couple strategy guides there. I do love the Half Price bookstores, but again, with that store you have to be careful because sometimes they overprice stuff. So I'm always careful with what I get, but I found a couple strategy guides there I did not have. This is another one I needed. This was Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and it was only $6.99. Huge book. You can see it's absolutely massive. So I now have almost every strategy guide for Assassin's Creed games now knocked off the list. So very happy with that. And the other one here is cool. I haven't seen this book in a long time, but this is for the original Crysis game for $10. It's for PC, but it still works for the Xbox One version and PlayStation version and stuff, you know, the game's the exact same there. They didn't change anything on it other than they ported it to consoles. So very happy to have that in the collection as well. And now, guys, we'll end with some stuff from eBay. Another game here, and this is one that I needed to add it to the collection, and I got it for only 15 bucks, and I needed this to complete this set on that, and that was Dead Rising 2, but the Xbox One version. Now I have Dead Rising 1, I have Dead Rising 2, 3, and 4 on Xbox One. Now, unfortunately, Dead Rising 2 off the record never got a physical version on Xbox, only digital, but I bought that. And if you guys have been checking out my weekly playlist series, you guys saw me talk about that. So really happy to add that, as I love Dead Rising 2. So I'd love to replay it again with the Xbox One version. Now we've got some strategy guides, and I got this one for, it was like $21 shipped, really good price, but that was for the Dead Rising 2 off the record strategy guide. I used this when I played the digital version on Xbox One, and this helped me get all the secrets and stuff. Really love the game, got an S ranking, and I absolutely love having these strategy guides because these are essential for getting the best endings and finding all the secrets and stuff out there. I hate having to use online guides. I will if I have to, but I prefer to have my strategy guides, and this was very helpful. I couldn't pass this deal up as well after I found that one. This was only 11 bucks with free shipping, and that was Dead Rising 2, the Collector's Edition. I love Collector's Edition strategy guides, the hardbound books and stuff. Very cool. I could not say no for 11 bucks, so that was awesome. So now I have a strategy guide for all the ones that are out there, so very happy. And this final one here was an amazing find. It was $28 for 3 strategy guides. It's for a series I love. And I actually just shared this game that I was playing in one of my weekly gaming playlist series this year, and that is the Fear series. And I found a seller that had all 3 Fear books for $28, and that was with free shipping. So we have the first Fear right there. This was very helpful for me, helping to find all the secrets in the game. Glad to get that, and they were all in really good condition. I mean, there was a couple little like water stain you could see on the back and the front and stuff, and a couple little pages, but overall in really good condition. As I was finding, even locally, they want $15 for this, and most people want $10 or $12. And I'm like, you know, for that $28 price point and getting all 3 magazines is an absolute deal. I ought to jump on it, and I did, because I didn't have any of the Fear guides. So we got Fear 1, then they had Fear 2 Project Origin, which there's a little bent and crumpled spine there. There's some scratches on the back, but the pages are all intact and in good shape, and it can be used like it's intended. And that's all I really care about. You know, my strategy guides don't have to be in the best, most perfect condition for me to enjoy. As long as I can read them, it's not really missing any pages or anything. You know, it can be up a little beat up or whatever, what I call in loved condition. You know, it was definitely obviously used by somebody. So very happy to have that, because I did beat this game, but I did not get all the secrets because I never had the guide. Now I do. So that was great. And then they also had the Fear 3 guide, which this one's in really good condition. Best of the 3. Another one I beat but did not get all the secrets of. So now that I have a strategy guide, I'm going to go back and re-beat them again because I enjoyed them. So I beat Fear 1 this year. I need to go back and beat Fear Files again, and then I'll beat Fear 2 and Fear 3. And these strategy guides will be great assistance pieces for me for finding everything. And I just love strategy guides. I know my buddy Dean's also a big fan of strategy guides, but do you guys like using strategy guides? Do you guys keep them in your collection or not? I really love them, so I'm glad to have that and those in my collection. The last thing I'm going to share with you guys is a pickup that my brother got me. And you probably have seen it in my recent videos. That's this black cross that I'm wearing. I'll move my beard out of the way. It's a black carbon cross. It actually has my father's ashes in it, and my brother got me that from the funeral home. So I have a little keepsake to keep for me of my father. So now I get to keep my father with me at all times. My aunt got a cross. My brother didn't want one, so he didn't get one. But my mom got a really nice big urn that she has of my father's ashes. And we're going to, as a family, find a nice place for her to put it in her home. So that was really cool. And so this is obviously my favorite pickup of the year. Definitely is being able to have my father's ashes in a nice cross here so I can keep them with me at all times, which is cool. So, all right, guys, so that's all my pickups. Let me know what you guys have been picking up. I'm always excited to hear what kind of stuff you guys have been finding lately and your guys' adventures out game hunting and stuff. I want to thank you guys. All right, guys, this is actually 3 gifts that I forgot to show when I was filming my pickups video, so I'm going to insert the clip into the video. But these were 3 gifts that I received. 2 from friends and 1 from my mother. And the first one I got was from a good buddy at work, Ben, and that was Super Smash TV for the Game Gear. I used to love that Super Smash game. Really hard and difficult, especially on the Game Gear, but I haven't played this game in years, so that's a cool gift. And then a buddy gave me this, which I actually had bought my own copy before. You guys saw it was 15 bucks, but a buddy had this, and that was an open copy of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. But what's interesting is this is actually a Canadian version, and only the Canadian versions actually came with a physical manual, which is kind of neat. So you can buy this physically, but most copies are missing the manual. They didn't come with the manual, it was printed on the back, but Canadian copies actually have the manual with it. So that was kind of a neat little gift there, and kind of cool that it was a Canadian version. And then this final gift was really awesome. I did not know this game had got released at all, and it is released physically, and I own it for the original PlayStation 1. And I got the first one that was re-released on the PlayStation 4, but it was only released physically for the Nintendo Switch and I think PlayStation 5 maybe. But that was Tomba 2, the Evil Swine Return Special Edition. So we saw that at the game store. I actually went out game hunting with my wife and my son and my mom. My mom saw that, and she decided to buy it for me as a gift for all the stuff I've been doing for her with my dad's passing and everything, and she just wanted to do it as a thank you gift to me. So that was really awesome to get from her. Definitely will cherish it. I love the Tomba games, and it's really cool that I now have a modern way to play Tombas 1 and 2, so that was really cool. So there you guys go. Those were the missing gifts that I received, but I really appreciated those gifts. Thanks for watching. Take care. You guys have an absolute amazing day, and Sleepy will see ya next time.